Now, since we're talking about Europe, I think it's timely to bring the fiscal benefits that Portugal has been bringing to cryptocurrency. So just to summarize for our viewers, so basically any profit from the purchase and sale of cryptocurrency in Portugal is not taxed, nor the exchange of cryptocurrency for other currencies. This might be changing soon, but it will take a while, according to specialists. But I'd like to know, Sanja, what are your thoughts on Portugal and its framework concerning cryptocurrency?
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna change soon, by the way, despite all the discussions happening, because I really think, Portugal did an amazing job in positioning itself as a country that is a pioneer, is a country that really welcomes innovation, really welcomes blockchain and crypto companies. So honestly, I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. One of the main reasons as well why we started in Portugal, yes, it's about fiscal benefits and everything, but the access to talent is incredible. So the main reason why we decided to base our company in Portugal was access to talent, especially in the product and development. So that was the main reason, but for sure, fiscal benefits as well.
Oh, great. So does that mean you employ all your, or not all, but most of your staff from Portugal?
So we are international. We started in Portugal. Our team at the beginning was predominantly Portuguese, still is today, but we have people everywhere.
Yeah.
We still maintain our office in Portugal, but we are a remote company. However, people really like to go to the office, so we
Yes.
use it, as a meeting point for the team from time to time. But our team is international.
Yeah.
Currently, we're hiring a lot of positions, so we are opening more than 35 positions right now on the website. So for anyone interested, it's a good time to join us.
Oh, that's great. And Portugal is it's a very international, at least its big cities provide a very international environment. So I'm sure people will be assured to work in the international environment. And that's great. And I think my colleague Jean has a question for you.
Yes, so Sanja, even though you mentioned you're in Portugal mainly for the workforce, how do you see Portugal? What's Portugal's position in the blockchain world in Web3? How do you see it?
Yeah, I think right now, and if Portugal plays the cards in a good way, we have, the potential to be the center for anything Web3 in Europe. And, just think about the fact that the Web Summit is based in Lisbon as well. And last year, we were having dinner with, the Prime Minister of Economy and Innovation during the Web Summit. So I think gestures like these really, to me, give a big signal to how much the country is open to welcome companies and startups that are innovating. Think about another country, like the UK or even Italy. Like, you would not have the chance to have dinner with a prime minister and discuss, blockchain and crypto and the evolution of the market. So I think, Portugal needs to play its card very well, and it needs to continue to welcome these type of things. Needs to continue creating a very good, environment, not only for companies but also for individuals to base themselves and to base their businesses in Portugal.
Exactly. And for example, the Central Bank of Portugal has given its first VASP, so Virtual Asset Service Provider. How do you see these traditional institutions entering the crypto world in Portugal in this case?
Yeah. So we were also granted the license from the Bank of Portugal as well, and I think this is great because a license that is granted by a central bank gives really more trust, gives more trust to customers, and gives more trust to institutions, and and to everyone in the ecosystem to recognize the space. So definitely my hope is to continue seeing that growth and to continue seeing that focus in Portugal.
And it sounds like a missed opportunity, so we will have to talk about it. You probably know, but there was recently the sales of an apartment in Braga that was done. It was a transaction primarily in cryptocurrency. So basically, in the past, it had to be the crypto had to be converted to fiat, and then eventually you could buy your property. But the whole transaction was done in cryptocurrency. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jean, but I think it was 0.3 Bitcoin.
No, three Bitcoins.
3 Bitcoin, sorry, to the value of 100,000 euros. Is that just, of course, it's news, people talked about it because it's topical and interesting, but do you think this is a signal that more and more people will be able to purchase with their crypto?
Yeah, so real estate is one of our largest verticals, by the way. We have many partners. We have many partners in Portugal as well.
Did you do that transaction?
No, the transaction was done wallet to wallet, which is actually something that we do not recommend
Okay.
to do. And we do not recommend to do that because having a financial intermediary like ourselves allows you to first to do the KYB on the customer. So we have an extensive AML policy, and we need to KYB the customer to know that that's a reputable entity. It's a legal entity. There's actually someone behind that, selling that type of property. So that's why we highly discourage to do any sort of wallet-to-wallet direct transaction with crypto, because still, and especially for large amounts like real estate and what we're talking about, it's important to have some level of protection. I cannot share much right now, but we will be going out very soon with a very large proposition for Portugal with some very good partners. And basically what we did is we are developing, the whole legal framework of what you need to do if you want to buy a property. So we will help the customer end to end, like from the beginning of I want to buy a property in crypto to the end, and like how to treat it fiscally, and help them alongside the way to do everything. So yeah, stay tuned because that's coming very soon. But we already have a lot of real estate partners in Portugal and in other countries as well. And definitely it's one of the largest verticals.
Yeah, it's not surprising. It's the way to go. And I'm glad you also exemplified that level of security that UTrust can offer in the process, which is something that, if you don't know much about the system, the process, how it works, and knowing how, having bad experiences with traditional e-commerce before, I guess this would be this is actually a fantastic service. So Sanja, I know we have to wrap up soon. So I just want to ask you one thing. You mentioned in previous interviews that you think women could be investing more in crypto. And I think that was a relevant point because traditionally in business, in investments, the world of investment, it's women do not tend to be investing as highly as men. So what do you think the crypto market could be doing to facilitate or to attract more women investors?
Yeah, that's the $1 million question, right? I think women do not invest enough in general, not only in crypto. So I don't think the issue is related to crypto only. I think it's a general problem. But I think specifically in crypto, what we need to do, because I am a woman, I work with many women as well. So women tend to be more risk adverse, and B, women need to know everything before investing. So It's basically a different way that the brain works for men and women. I'm generalizing, but overall this is what we see. And for women, they need to be reassured, they need to have more security, so they need to know more. And I think our job for everyone working in this sector really is to do more education. So
Okay.
really to provide content for women to really understand what are we talking about, to really have the opportunity to go deeper, and really feel more safe and more secure in investing in an asset. So that's why I think that's a moral obligation for anyone in the industry. We already are doing that, but more and more we will be focusing on providing pieces of education. So our marketing team is highly going to be focused on how can we educate customers that don't know anything about crypto, because until now our customer was mainly someone that is crypto savvy, or at least interested in crypto with a very good knowledge or solid knowledge. So how can we shift that into really, even if it's not a great return on investment, but how can we shift into more educating people who don't know anything, or like people that are in web 2 but curious about web 3? And I think this is something that everyone in the industry needs to do in order for more women to feel safe and secure, because still that's changing. But still, if you look at mainstream media and what they write about crypto and what you hear like on TV, it's not great. So it's not the real representation of the
Absolutely.
value.
Yeah. This was going to bring me to my last point. I'm sorry, Sanja, because I know you need to go. So I just want to pack up something, all the very important bits. But it's not only for women, but I think like the UX element of crypto in general, it's all very, the language is not very humanized. The looks of it is not very welcoming to new adepts of crypto, or investors. So I think this is a good call for change in the industry as well. Is there anything else you want to share with us? Because I really
I would have a lot of things, but unfortunately, I need to jump in another call.
You are a very, very busy CEO, so I really, really appreciate you taking the time talking to us. Thank you very much, Sanja. Thank you very much, Joan, as well, for being here. Great questions. And so it was a pleasure to have you online. Thank you, everyone, for watching us today. Last but not least, please hit like and subscribe to our channel for more special treats coming your way. See you next time.